Hey, welcome back everybody to the Extra Life Power Hour. It is so good to see you guys. We are back again yet another week where we are featuring a new game, just kind of hanging out, having some fun. Very special episode this week, a little bit above normal. Instead of Stutter and I trying to hash through a game and figure stuff out and whatever, we have a guest host with us, and I will get to him in just a minute. But first and foremost, my name is Twiz. It is so good to see you, however it is that you're watching this, whether it be YouTube or Twitch or whatever. So good to see you. So glad that you are here. With me, as always, is my co-host Stutter. Welcome back to the show, brother man.
Dude, aren't you getting sick of me by now?
You have no idea how sick I am of you. Unbelievably. No. Never. You complete me. You complete me.
I did not hear a word you just said.
I just said you complete me. I did like the Dr. Evil.
Oh.
But I didn't know the hand signal, so I just kind of made it up as I went along. So, anyways. But everybody, we are featuring a game tonight called Duelyst. And our co-host, our guest host, will be able to expand a little bit more on what Duelyst is, how it works, and everything like that. But there's something special about this co-host. He is the associate producer of this game, and it is currently in beta. He's been awesome enough to not only hook us up with beta keys, but jump on the stream with us, kind of explain the game, what's going on with it, how it kind of works, and everything like that. So please help me welcome to the show, Mr. Goose Atlanta, aka Atlanta. How are you, sir? Welcome to the show.
Hey man, glad to be here. So I'll jump right into the explanation here. So Duelyst is a hybridization between tactical games such as your Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem style game, blended in with card games. So to explain this succinctly, it's like Hearthstone on a board, if we're going to use terms of other games. So by that I mean you have a deck filled with your cards that are units that you can summon onto the board using resources, mana being the most important. Mm-hmm. And you summon your units onto the board, or casting spells, or even equipping artifacts, which are kind of like weapons from Hearthstone, if you're familiar. Mm-hmm. And your goal is to defeat the enemy general. Both of you control your general as your kind of main unit. He's got a lot of health, a little bit of damage, and each general belongs to a different faction. There are 6. Each faction has a very unique play style, and they have unique abilities on their units that are specific to them and can help you on the battlefield in some way. A lot of them are positioning dependent, some are very card gamey, and I will run you through all of them really quick as you play.
Okay.
I think that would be the best way to do it.
Sure. One of the things that I do want to bring up, guys, is the fact that I'm playing this game in my web browser. I mean, you guys can see up here, like, and not anybody can go to beta.duelyst.com. You have to have a beta key and stuff like that, and that's not my realm of territory to talk about. But this is a web browser-based game, am I right? Like, that's the only way, or that's how it's set up, correct?
Right now, we're primarily in a browser, yeah. Okay. There is also a desktop client. It's sort of in development, and we're releasing it slowly to the community. I think you can go on the forums and find that link for yourselves, but I will find it for you and post it in the chat.
Cool.
If you're interested in using the desktop client. But first you would need a beta key to sign up. So actually one thing we should probably get to also is getting some keys set up.
Well, there you go. So
that we can give away some.
There you go.
I'll forward a few of them down the pipe as you guys set up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what you can do is, if you're watching this in the Twitch chat room, let us know if you want a beta key, and we can try and funnel one your direction. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment and let us know how we can get a hold of you, and we can try and shoot you a beta key that way. So while he's setting that up, one of the things I do want to bring up, I bring this up every episode, guys. This stream is dedicated to Extra Life charity. Okay, every donation that we get goes straight to Extra Life charity to help sick kids, that are in the hospital. There are kids that spend years in the hospital, getting treated for things like cancer and stuff like that. And just a little bit of gaming in their lives makes a huge difference. It puts a smile on a face that hasn't been there in a very long time. So if you are willing to give up your Starbucks for a day or two and put that money towards something like this, it makes all the difference in the world. One of the things I will say, and I say this every week, but September, I think 23rd it is, the Rainbow Six Siege beta comes out. A $6 donation or more gets you into that beta on day one. So, you know, if you're a first-person shooter or you want to knock the dust off of your skills, a great way to do that in September on day one when the Rainbow Six Siege beta comes out. A simple $6 donation, and you can go to elph.blizzpro.com to make that donation. There's also a bio on there about my experiences with Extra Life Charities and why I have chose to do this stream and stuff like that, so you can give that a read as well. So hopefully I bought you enough time there, Atlanta.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Getting to the first key giveaway to our friend here, Purple Flame G.
Oh, cool.
Or Purple Flame Egg, if you prefer.
Awesome.
Get you.
Awesome.
Actually, he was gonna put flamingo, but it didn't work.
It ran out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ran out of letters. So
guys, I don't even know how to spell flamingo, so feel free to correct me and harass me after that. Like, no, you do not spell flamingo Flameg. Okay, it's not true.
So here's what I noticed, like right off the bat, guys. I went into play mode here, and I'm in my. I went to the training grounds, and I did go through the basic tutorial, and what you learn then there is exactly like what he said. So I know a lot of you who watch this show are Hearthstone people. You guys play Hearthstone. You understand how that works. When what he's talking about is imagine your Hearthstone character not at the bottom, but as an actual character on a playing field. And you play a minion, and instead of that going on the board, that goes onto a square on the battlefield. Each one of them has an attack power and a health value. There's different effects and stuff like that. It's almost as if you combined Hearthstone and chess a little bit, if that makes any sense at all. Or at least that's what I got so far. I'm going to be learning a lot more, and we're going to be going through. We're going to go through a little bit of this tutorial. As you can see, there's like the Gate of Knowledge, where you have challenges and stuff like that. Learn basic abilities by completing these optional challenges. The difficulty level is basic. Here's a novice. And I could go straight to novice if I wanted to, but I have to... Oh, no, I have to complete the previous gate. So, and there's all the way up to expert. And then, from what I'm seeing here is, going back to play, you can go to season ranked. There's a ranked ladder. And then down here in the armory, you can purchase spirit orbs. Now, spirit orbs are just like packs. And Atlanta, please correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, or if there's more to expand on this. But spirit orbs, as you can see, it's like getting a booster pack, you know, like a card pack in Hearthstone. And you open it up, and there's everything from now in Hearthstone there's white, blue, epic, or rare, epic, and legendary cards. And you have a similar setup in this, you said, or no, Atlanta?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. So whites are commons, blues are rares, purples are epics, and oranges legendaries. And in our game, legendary rates are a lot higher in terms of the drop rates on the orbs, so it's a little easier to build out a deck that way.
Very cool.
Yeah, so there's no, like, wallet warrior.
Yeah.
You guys remember that whole thing? Oh my god, you have 13 legendaries in that deck. It's like, oh yeah, I do.
So
it took me forever to get them, but...
So what we're gonna do is, I say we dive into that first, just to give everybody a good idea of how this is looking and how this is feeling. Let's jump into this basic. Earn your wings, I guess, is what we're gonna be going after. You get 10 gold for completing this. Learn flying to defeat the Abyssian General in 1 turn.
So, just for the record, you guys don't actually make Twiz fly after this, do you?
No.
That'd be impressive.
Unfortunately.
That'd be impressive.
We cannot teach Twiz how to fly, but we can teach Twiz how to use flying in this challenge. So, to break it down a little bit, flying means that your minion can move anywhere on the battlefield. So that's your challenge, is to find out how to use this flying minion and the spells in your hand to kill the enemy general in 1 turn.
I have to try and kill. So here is their general, Lilith Blight Chaser. And I have to use the flying ability. So down here, here's your cards. Down here at the bottom. And here's me. And this represents my 5 health. And here's my opponent. They have 4 health. Here's my mana crystals. I've got 9. And again, I would assume that's just for training purposes, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So let's see what this one does. Tempest. Deal 3 damage to all minions and generals. And then this one, and I got 3 of those, and it's a 3 cost. So 3, 6, 9. What's this one? Give a friendly minion plus 3 health. So I have to try and kill this. Well, that should be pretty easy, because this general only has 4 health. And this does 3 damage to all minions, so I should be able to kill everything with 2 of these Tempest cards, right?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially. And then I pick.
It looks like you only have 1 of those cards, though.
Oh, it's a 3 mana card. Oh, I don't have 3 of them. I just have 1. That's right.
Yes, that's the mana cost.
Yeah, but I mean, it still kills everything but the general.
Remember, it does damage to everything.
Okay, so that knocked me down to 2. So what
including
I want to do,
the flying guy.
Okay, so she's at 2 and 1, and so she's got 2 attack power and 1 health, and I've got 2 and 2. So I probably want to use this Orin Nexus on myself, or no, it's a minion. I can't give it. Is the general considered a minion?
No, he's a general.
So I can't give that to myself, huh? Not a valid target. So did I just hose myself by doing that?
Yeah.
Dang it!
So you got to use it on the flying minion first.
I'm gonna die, aren't I? I died in the tutorial. What the heck? So I'm gonna end turn and just see how it goes. I'm gonna die. Is there any way to reset or get out of this? Or just have to?
You can just run into him, right? Just charge.
You could die.
Okay. Yeah, so you gotta go.
Hit escape and exit.
No, I'll take my lashings like a man.
I like that.
You still have much to learn. She's gonna beat me down. Blazing Orb. Deal 10 damage to the enemy general. Okay, that strategy didn't work out so well. So, what I want to do is I want to give the 1 health, or I want to give this 3 health to this guy. Is that right?
Yeah, to the flying guy.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. So I give 3 health to him. That way when I kill everything, he doesn't die.
And then you just fly and whack him in the face.
That's what I'm thinking. So
I mean,
now I can take that. What do I fly right there? Is that how that works?
No, I think you you kill everything first.
I did.
Oh. Yeah, then you just fly in front of it? Yeah, you fly in front of it.
There we go. Yep. And then I kill her. Boom.
Not bad.
Boom.
You're well on your way.
Yeah.
I think Twiz is a professional already. I mean, sign him up.
I mean,
call Cloud9. He's ready.
Call him and let him know I'm on my way.
If you played one ad right now, you would make 1 cent, thereby making you a professional gamer.
Okay. All right. I got that. So here we go. So learn airdrop to defeat the Lioner General in 1 turn. Okay, let's learn airdrop. Let's see how this works. How does airdrop work? Okay, so here's my general. I've got 1 health. We've got a Phoenix Fire spell, and okay, deal 3 damage to a minion or general. Reactivate an exhausted friendly minion with 3 or less attack. And this is just a 2/1 airdrop. So I've got 6 mana crystals. What do you think, Stutter?
Let's see. I have no idea. I'm actually watching our stream right now, and I'm not actually watching us on Skype.
Okay.
Because your thing's still loading.
Here's what I'm thinking. I think we take the Phoenix Fire, and we smack the General with that, and then we airdrop this dude. Because I can put him anywhere. I can airdrop him on top for another 2 damage. I think. We're going to try it. We're going to try it and see what happens. So basically, these guys are blocking that General. So normally I would have to go through these guys to get to him. So let's try airdropping him. And not a valid target. Oh.
I think you got to airdrop him next to General. But I think one of these guys has taunt.
Yeah, I got to airdrop him next to him. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see what happens. Exhausted.
Behind. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh, reactivate an exhausted friendly minion with 3 or less attack. So, boom. We drop that on him. And now it's time to lay the smackdown. Provoked. Must first attack.
Except.
Yeah, so you have to...
Well, you've almost got it.
Provoke.
Just one little problem.
Cannot move and must attack Provoker first.
Yeah, so one of those 3... I think the fourth... Oh, the bottom one is Provoke.
So I should have dropped him behind that?
Yeah, I think. Can you move him and then just attack?
Provoked cannot move.
Oh, lame.
I think I'm going to have to take
You could always give it another shot.
Yeah.
So you think I should have dropped him behind there?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude? Because these guys... Let's see here. Okay. Get out of my way.
Yeah, because if you're not standing next to a provoked minion, am I right? You're not provoked.
Right.
Okay, so that's
Provoke only affects nearby minions.
Okay, so yes, that's
and generals as well.
Precisely what we want to do. We wanna put him there because these guys are basically taunts, and then we're going to put him right here, and then we're gonna activate him. Boom. Dunzos.
Do this relatively quickly for a new player. You might be able to get your first Spirit Orb pretty soon.
You know what? One at a time. I like that. I like the way it's a little bit more. I realize this is the tutorial type of thing, but I do like the it's a puzzle, and I do like that a lot. Let's do call to action. Learn Opening Gambit to defeat the Abyssian General in 1 turn. Opening Gambit. Let's try it.
That sounds like some sort of like fighting move game, or fighting move in one of those fighting games like Street Fighter. Opening Gambit. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Mortal Kombat lately. Just don't listen to me.
Well, she's only got 2 health. Opening Gambit. Deal 1 damage to a minion or general. And I can't... Okay. So let's see here. My dude's got 3 health. What are these spikes on the... Oh, Shadow Creep Tile. Deals 8 damage.
So one thing...
Oh, go for it.
One thing I'd like to point out really quick is anything with a green number on it, like you see there in the middle, the Dark Spine Elemental is a 1717. Anything with a green number is buffed by some form of magical effect.
Okay.
And whenever they have red numbers on them, it means they took damage in some way.
Okay, so I should have looked at what this guy does too. Dispel 1 nearby space.
So, yeah, that 1717 needs to be dispelled.
Okay. So you think I should put him in the middle here? In the middle of these two?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Opening Gambit, dispel... Okay, so we're going to dispel him. Okay, it's basically silence him. And then... deal 1 damage to a minion or general. So I think we do the 1 damage to the dude we just silenced. Yes. Yep. Oh, not a valid target.
So we're gonna place that 2/2 behind, like next to their two generals, or next to their general, and then move our guy up and attack it.
Yeah, that's what we needed to do. We need to put this dude over. No.
Yeah, like so that dude's there, like diagonal, basically up and to the right, right above their general and right below their general is where the two places have to go.
Oh yes, and
then why do you think that is?
Because then you could dispel the whatever 17/17 with 1, and then the other one you still get the 1 damage to the 1/1, and then you can move your general up and attack.
Well, that would be assuming that your minions block you.
Oh, your minions don't block you?
Only your opponent's minions block you.
Oh. So when we get to place the 2/2 anywhere and do damage to the 1/1, then you can just walk in and smack them in the face.
Okay, so let's try this again. Well, let's reset it.
You should still be all right before you reset it.
Too late.
Okay.
Guess we can give it another go.
Yeah, let's give it another go. Okay, so
you had the right idea. You have to place the guy and just do the 1 damage, but it wasn't a valid target.
Look at that. Looks like the only.
Well, I'll have to look at it again. I was unable to see the first time around.
Okay. So when I go to put this minion, I can only put it.
Oh yeah, you can't put it there.
So a difference between Ephemeral Shroud and Blood Tier Alchemist is that Ephemeral Shroud will only work on things that are next to it when you summon it. But the Blood Tier Alchemist can be summoned anywhere and you still get the effect.
Oh.
So when it says dispel 1 nearby space, nearby is the key.
Listen, Atlanta, I don't know if you knew this, but we're not good at reading.
Reading's a good way to start.
So should I dispel one of these Shadow Creep tiles?
No, you got to dispel a 17/17, then you place the other guy like behind your hero or wherever, any other space, and then you just shoot the 1/1, and then you walk your hero up because you can walk through the Emerald Shroud. Emerald.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna dispel him, and then we're gonna drop the Blood Tier Alchemist anywhere. Oh, wait a minute. What does that say? Deal 1 damage to a minion or general. So, but I can't.
Oh, all you need to do in order to activate an opening gambit, much the same way that you used your Ephemeral Shroud there, is if you put it on the board first, then it will allow you to target.
Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, so I could like put him right here then. And then it asks me, yep, because that's the same way that other dude was.
Yep, they're both opening gambit.
There you go. So now I can walk here, and I can smack him in the face, and thus victory dance. Mm-hmm.
Can we get some victory music? Do we have anything on the soundboard for victory?
Not really, but I could probably find something. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I totally got it. Easy. Okay.
Wow, that was very loud.
Oh, sorry. Was it?
I'm impressed, though. I'm impressed. I feel like that made me want to go to the gym in the 1980s, but only in that era, you know.
do you not watch the Heroes Power Hour?
I wish that I did to get some more of this victory music.
That was what was it? We did the show with our opening. One of the Blizz Pro, or well, the co-founder of Blizz Pro, learn Frenzy to defeat. Okay, in one turn. one of the co-founders of BlizzPro, he did a Heroes Power Hour intro video that was based off this 1980s aerobic TV show. And that was the theme music for it, and it was absolutely 50 Shades of horrible. So, okay. Void Pulse. Deal 2 damage to enemy general. Restore 3 health to yours. Give all friendly minions +2 attack this turn. Oh my god, this is getting complex. 2 damage to enemy general.
Now I'll give you a little hint. One of the most important way to beat this challenge, or rather, the most important thing to consider when taking this challenge on, is that one of your minions has Frenzy, which allows it to attack everything nearby.
When attacking in melee range, simultaneously strike all other nearby enemies. Oh, okay. And this
so you get to clear the whole front line with that.
Yeah. Okay, so if I move this guy up to the front here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use... So if I buff him with 2 attack, does he do 4 damage all around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give all friendly minions +2 attack. So you do that, then you just walk everybody and whack their...
Well, but he hits everything around him. Frenzy. When attacking
I think
in
he
melee,
only hits his...
strike all other nearby enemies. So if I hit this dude for 4, I think I'm gonna smack these guys too on both sides.
Yep.
So yeah, boom! Look at that. Boom. Got him. And then I want to take this guy.
Yeah, you just run all your 3-1s into the 211 and then hit him with your hero after. Or your general, I should say.
My general.
Let's use the Crocker termination.
Give that one another try.
Proper term? I don't know. English is my second language and I have no first language.
Oh, now I can't move him all the way. I can't move my dude anywhere past here. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Deal 2 damage to the enemy general. Yep, and restore 3 health to yours. Boom.
Boom.
Done. Dunzos. Yeah, that's gonna be my problem, is reading cards. I should have seen that frenzy. I should have seen it. Let's go back and let's keep. We're just booking our way through here, man. Like, I'm just gonna cream the expert by the time it's done and over here. Learn ranged and dispel to defeat home slice in 1 turn. Okay.
To defeat home? Does it actually say home slice?
No, Vinar General.
Oh, I mean, home slice is good enough.
Also known as home slice.
Also known as home slice. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got this dude, attack from anywhere on the battlefield. This minion must attack Provoker first. Okay, and... Vath the Immortal? What is he? Okay, he's just a 2/10. He's just my champion, or my general. Ranged, attack from anywhere in the field. This minion must attack Provoker first. Okay, this dude. Whenever you summon a Frost minion, this minion gains +1 attack. Ranged minions. Okay. Okay, so we got that. Let's see here. Give a friendly minion +2/+2, greater fortitude. Dispel a space. Deal 2 damage to the enemy minion or general on that space. Your general gains 6 attack. Okay.
Guys, I'm putting on my glasses so I can read well.
Okay, so we got 6 attack out of here. He's got 8 health. So 3, 4. We are going to have to use this on our general to get the 8 attack, and we're going to have to use the the ranged to take everything else out that's in the path. So, +2/+2. Oh well, this minion can never move and is immediately removed from the battlefield if dispelled. Oh, what is this guy? The Crystal Cloaker. Infiltrate. Gains 2 attack.
So, Infiltrate is a mechanic that only works if the minion is on your side of the board. Or, let me rephrase that. So, if... Okay, I need to rephrase this in a way that makes more sense than in my head. Okay, so, the Infiltrate minion will have their bonuses only if they're on the side of their opposing general. So you see how the grid is broken up into... There is one side there's one column that's in the middle, but on the other 4 columns on each side is your starting sides of the board.
Okay.
And so the Infiltrate minion there is on your side of the board, so when he summons it on your side of the board, he gets the bonus. It's harder to explain when you're not the one playing the Infiltrate.
Right. So I think what we need to do is... I think we need to mana burn that 3/3. Because that's going to dispel him. Well, it's still not going to kill him. Because it only does 2 damage. Oh wait, deal 2 damage to the enemy minion or general on that space.
Every time you say Infiltrator, I think that had to be some sort of nickname for Twiz in college.
It was. It was my high school wrestling name.
Oh my god.
But
only here.
Fine. Only here. Sorry. And you know what? Just so you guys know, anything said or done does not reflect the actions of Duelyst or any of their affiliates and or producers and or anything like that. So
am I free to say anything now?
I'm sure you're not.
Yeah.
But we are.
But we are.
That's right.
So, you know what? Let's mess around with this. Let's just mess around. Stutter, tell me what to do. What do you think?
Oh, I don't even know. I think you got to clear the path and buff your guy. So you got to use your So what do your spells do again?
I give one gives your minion +2/+2 to a friendly minion.
Okay.
Dispel a space and deal 2 damage to the enemy minion or general on that space. Which sucks because it's
okay. So their enemy general is 2 spaces or 3 spaces back. So you got to buff your.
And the last one is your general gains 6 attack.
Yeah. So I think what you got to do is you got to buff your 1/2 and clear one of those walls. Use that other thing on that 1/3 behind it.
Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah.
And then clear that with your other ranged minion, then buff your hero and walk up and hit him in the face.
So what are we going to dispel then?
You just dispel the second guy after you kill the first one.
I think I dispel this guy. Ranged minions must attack this minion first. Okay, well, no, we don't.
Yeah, you want to definitely dispel that guy.
Wait a minute. I'm thinking if we give this friendly minion +2/+2, that'll kill that 3/3. This guy can kill that. And then we dispel this dude. Give our general 6 attack.
Mm-hmm.
And victory dance it up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to buff him up. Pretty sweet. And we can't attack that guy because he's not in our little... Oh, but we can walk. So let's walk. And we'll kill that guy. Oh, whoopsies. Oh, hang on. Shoot. I'm going to dispel that guy. Boom. Now, I can come back to this. And I'm going to kill that dude. This guy, I'm going to move here. And I will schwack him. I'm going to buff my general. I'm going to make him go all the way down to Chinatown. And then Dunzos. Get ready. Get ready for the loud music.
The champions! The champions! We are the champions!
Okay.
I can actually hear that from like 5 feet away. It's impressive.
So, Atlanta, we have a question in chat. So, are all these unique mechanics specific to race, class, whatever you're playing? Question mark? Exclamation point? Question mark?
Okay, so I'll explain first the ones that aren't unique to any faction. Factions are what we would call classes in this game. So, the non-faction specific abilities are Flying, Frenzy, Ranged, Provoke, and I am probably missing one. Opening Gambit, and Airdrop. There you go. So, actually, let me open up my cheat sheet. I will tell you. I will tell you everything you need to know. I had this open before, but okay.
You're fine.
So, here we go. From the top. So, non-faction specific, we have Airdrop, Celerity, Dying Wish. Actually, I'll just go explain them one by one. So, Airdrop is summon this minion anywhere in the battlefield, which we used in the first tutorial, I believe, or second tutorial.
Can I do a search on
second challenge?
These cards?
You can search them by their abilities, yeah.
Okay, there you go. So I did a search on Airdrop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that will give you each search. You can sort by each faction. So right there you looked through Lionar's airdrop, and Lionar is one of the 6 factions. And so the air airdrop unit is Ironcliff Guardian, a 310 who also has Provoke. He's huge.
Oh, yes. And so now what we do is we go to the Songhai, and we could do a search on airdrop and see what's going on there. And he's got 4, or he or she, I don't know.
No, this is, that's the neutrals, because Songhai actually has no airdrop units. As you can see at the top there, the only ones that have them are Lionar, Vanar, and the neutrals. But I include them in anyone can have them, because anyone can use these neutral cards. So, we have access to airdrop on all factions if you include the neutrals. So, I'll go ability by ability. So first we had airdrop. We saw that you can summon a minion anywhere on the battlefield. Celerity means that you can activate this minion twice in a turn, which also means that you can attacking and moving twice. But you have to do them in order. So you can attack, then move. That's one activation. Attack, then move is another one. So you can attack. You can either... Well, I guess to simplify further, activating it twice means that if you miss the first activation, you will miss an attack, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why don't we go back from the beginning? Yeah, activating twice per turn, you can move and attack twice, but it has to be in order. So move then attack, move then attack.
Right.
Or you can move twice, but you can only attack once.
Okay.
Or attack twice, but only move once.
Right. No, yeah, that totally makes sense. Like the ideal pattern is move, attack, but if you do another, basically, if you move, then you can either attack twice, or you can move, or you can attack once and then move again and then attack once, or you can move twice and attack once. It's a 4-block order, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. If you start at 1 and skip 2, then you have 3 and 4 that you can use. Am I saying it right? It's a hard thing, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm glad that got through, because I was worried that it would be confusing. So the idea is if you move without attacking once, then you will lose that attack for the double activation. So that's a simpler way to explain it. But yes, this minion can activate twice per turn means what we had just explained. And so the next neutral ability that you can use on all sorts of different cards is Dying Wish, which is identical to Death Rattle in Hearthstone. So whenever something dies, an effect will happen.
Oops. Okay, yeah, resummon this minion in a random space. You know, Dying Wish, draw a card. Summon a 0/10 Tombstone minion with Provoke nearby your general. Okay.
And Abyssian has a lot of Dying Wish minions. We'll get into that later. But there are also neutral Dying Wish minions, as you see. So Flying is another one that we used early on in the first challenge that we did. And Flying means you can move anywhere on the battlefield. Very simple, but Flying has some sweet tactical benefits. Being able to move anywhere is pretty nice, knowing that your minion can't be blocked. And also, let's say, for instance, if you give a Flying minion Frenzy, then you have a whole different story with what you can do with that minion. So we'll go right into Frenzy then. As we saw in one of the other challenges, Frenzy means you can attack all nearby enemies in range. And Magmar tends to use this a lot more than the other factions. But again, there are neutrals that have Frenzies as well.
Well, but they are... it looks like they have Frenzy. How would you give Frenzy to somebody?
Magmar has a spell that gives Frenzy to any unit.
Oh, okay. Give a friendly unit attack 1 and friend. Okay, okay.
Okay, so our next ability from neutral minions would be Opening Gambit, which is one that we used in one of the other challenges, and that is that an effect will activate when you summon it. And these have a very wide range of effects.
Yeah, move your general.
Some of which target, some of which don't, some of which can move your general. Opening Gambit is one of the most wide.
It's like a battle cry.
Yeah, it's battle cry.
Okay. And I'm sorry, it's not that I'm trying to compare this game to Hearthstone. I'm just trying to use terminology that some of our viewers are more, so if you look at, that they're more accustomed to. So, okay, so it's a battle cry. Choose a friendly nearby minion. That minion takes no damage this turn. Progresses Mechazor build by 20%.
What's Mechazor? Because that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it's capitalized. It used caps on that, so that's kind of a huge thing.
So Mechazor is a special type of unit that you get when you summon 5 pieces of Mechazor. So, and this could be any combination of them. So you can summon 3 swords and 2 helms if you wanted to, and you'd still make Mechazor. But each one progresses the full Mechazor build by 20%. So if you have 5 pieces, you'll make Mechazor. And Mechazor is an 8/8 Frenzy airdrop ranged. I think it's Frenzy airdrop ranged magic minion. There you go. So it's...
I don't have.
You can't see it on the collection or anything. It's a special type of unit.
Okay.
It can only be summoned when you have 5 pieces of Mechazor. But it's a very huge unit, but it requires a lot of setup. Your opponent's going to know you're going to have Mechazor. You're going to know that you're going to have Mechazor. So when it comes down, someone's got to have a plan for it.
Right.
And there are Mechazor-themed decks in our game where you either try to get out the pieces really fast, or you try to make Mechazor really strong when you have him. And so that is one such strategy, and it's also a very inexpensive one. As you can see, most of the Mechazor pieces are very low in rarity, so it's ideal for beginners, I would say.
Interesting.
And so we'll move on to Provoke, which we saw in a few of the challenges, where it Provoke stops you from being able to run away. Yeah. So any nearby minion is rooted. Also generals. Nearby minions and generals are rooted and forced to attack the Provoke until the Provoke is dead. It's similar to Taunt in Hearthstone, but the difference is that other minions can't move, and that's really important in Duelyst.
Oh, yeah.
So it tends to be a much stronger effect here.
Wow. So how can you not, load your your deck or your what do you guys call it, a deck?
Yeah, it's a deck.
I mean, you how many? Let me see here. Is there only? Oh, I probably only have 2 provoke cards. How many?
Yeah,
I'm sure
for
there's
now.
a ton of them. So what's to stop you from loading up your entire deck with provoke cards and just completely locking down your opponent? And
Provokes aren't particularly efficient stats-wise, so you see you have a 1/4 and a 2/6.
Okay.
For their cost, they're a little understated. So they have, they're not as efficient for their cost. What their cost is essentially paying for then is the provoke itself. So if you had a deck full of provoke minions, then it might be really good at killing decks with lots of low HP units, since provokes tend to have a lot of health, but since they don't attack very much, it tends to be not an offensive style.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And if someone pays for a different effect for that same cost, they might be getting it in a different way. So, say if you surround somebody with provokes, and they just frenzy you, well, they're probably the ones that won out there.
What is Zeal?
Okay, so Zeal is unique to Lionar. This is our first kind of unique keyword. We call them keywords in terms of abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And so Zeal only activates when the Zeal minion, is near your general. And
I like it.
This makes it so it's kind of like Lionar plays like a death ball. And their Zeals tend to just power up their units in some way. And one of them even draws cards when the minion deals damage. And in our game, anytime combat is initiated, both parties attack.
Okay.
So you have one attack and also a counterattack during each instance of combat, unless you're out of range. So usually when you engage in combat, you attack something that's nearby. Since you're also nearby them, they counterattack. But
Sure.
if you're ranged dodges counterattack. So range was the next one we were getting to, where ranged minions can attack from anywhere on the battlefield, which means that ranged minions don't take counterattacks from anything that isn't also ranged, since what they attack will most likely not be in range of them. If you move a ranged minion in range of a non-ranged minion and attack it, you will still take damage.
Oh.
But generally, if your ranged minion is away from them, and they're unable to counterattack. So that's the advantage of ranged.
Okay. I like that mechanic. I really do. I think you could. I haven't seen all the cards and I haven't played enough of the game, but I already like that.
Yeah, ranged is also a very kind of tactical element, where you can attack without being attacked, as normally you do. And so the last neutral accessible keyword, as we'll call it, is rush. And rush is almost exactly like charge in Hearthstone. The difference being that in this game, when you rush onto the battlefield, you also get to move. And so the movement allows you some extra positioning options, because you can summon creatures nearby other creatures as well as your general. So, when you use rush minions, you can also use them to aggressively position your next set of minions, because they can summon nearby that rushed guy.
I see.
So there's only one neutral accessible rush minion, that's Saber-Spine Tiger, but there are a few rush effects in specific factions. And so one of which is Magmar. They have 2 rush units, and the other one is Songhai, who has 1 rush unit, and they have a way to reactivate their units in Inner Focus, which we used in one of the other challenges, which is kind of like a pseudo-rush. You're essentially giving a minion rush.
Oh, okay. You're giving a minion charge, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yep, rush. That makes sense. Well, I say...
So that's all for those. Is it time for you guys to fight?
I think it might be. So this new squad, is that like my new deck list then? Or
new... you can build a deck out there. Okay. There's also starter decks that you can use if you're not confident there.
That would be me. Yep. So how do I access said starter deck?
You have to just fight with it.
Oh.
There's no deck list available for the starter decks, but...
Okay. Oh, I see.
Ideally, it's because you would just then build the deck after seeing them.
Okay. Let's go with this guy. I don't even really know. He just looked the coolest.
All right.
Yep. I made my decision based on who looked the coolest. That's how I also choose my football teams. Whoever has the coolest helmet is who I go for.
That's what I do too.
That's what I mean.
I made my own deck.
Did you?
And I think it's gonna be garbage.
Stutter was playing this game before me, and he was actually able to open a Spirit Orb, and he got what, 2 legendaries, or 2 they're
three legendaries.
3 legendaries. Oh my god!
Yeah, 10 packs.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
But I saw you had a legendary in your collection.
I did?
I think so.
I don't think
so.
That was when he was looking at the crafting list,
yeah.
I think.
Oh. My bad.
Okay, so when you start out, you can mulligan away all of the cards in your starting hand if you want to. You start with 2 mana crystals if you're going first, which you are in this game. The person who goes first is on the left side of the battlefield, and the person who goes second is on the right side. The person who goes second has 3 mana crystals, and they're also a little bit closer to the mana spring orbs, which give you +1 mana for 1 turn.
Okay. So... yeah. I think I'm going to get rid of one of these.
Okay.
Just because I don't know. Okay.
My chat thing is really big right now because I'm trying to block his.
You're fine.
It's huge. Chat is big.
Now what is in... okay. In bonus while on the enemy side of the battlefield. Okay.
This isn't it's enemy turn. Tells you in the bottom right.
So...
Whoa. I like how it tells you how much is left in your deck. Stuff like that. Like all the time. Instead of having to hover over it.
Yeah, and the other cool feature that we have in this game that's unique is that if you don't like a card in your hand, you can replace it once a turn using the replace button on the side.
Oh. Well, I think it's worth playing this out. Would you agree with that?
I'd be careful on where you'd want to place it, since you'd notice that there are mana orbs on the battlefield there. You want to make sure that you're able to capture one of them in a reasonable amount of time. And if you're where you are now, you won't be able to capture them even on your next turn.
So I probably want to go here then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that's it. Right?
Well, you can also summon a minion this turn.
This guy here?
You might want to hurry up, though.
Where should I put him at? I'll put him here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry, Stutter.
Did you actually get enough pieces of Mexor? That'd be really funny.
No. But I was like, it's a 2/2 for 1, and I don't have many good creatures, so I was like, that's good, right?
Yeah, it's alright.
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing for building a deck, but I was like, Hearthstone, Hearthstone translates perfectly to this game. To be honest, I just put a ton of card draw on my thing, because I'm like, card draw is always good. Like,
this is true.
Everything that's in card draw, I'm like, mine.
So can I replace one of these dudes then?
Yeah. If you click and drag, you can just drag onto the replace.
There we go.
Oh, it's actually really, really good here.
Yeah. So we'll put that on here.
Well, before you do that, let's go over another thing. So if you place a minion onto one of those mana orbs, you'll gain +1 mana for this turn.
Like I can't. The closest I could get is right here. The closest I could get is diagonal to it.
And then if you summoned something diagonal to yourself onto that mana square.
So if I put this Crystal Wisp on me, you mean?
Yeah, if you put it on top of that mana square, you get +1 mana. Then you can play the other card you have in your hand. Maybe that was a bit too rushed, but
yeah. Sorry.
I'm just trying to no, that's fine.
I'm not gonna figure this out and it's not a big deal if we beat Stutter or if Stutter beats us or whatever. It's more of like guide me through this because I can't keep up quick enough with what's going on here with the time limit.
It's okay.
Given.
I just wanted to teach you how you could take mana orbs on your first turn because it's somewhat important to make sure that you can open well. I'm getting many messages. Okay, sorry about that.
And then...
Okay, so going back to what I was talking about earlier about mana orbs, the reason why I wanted to explain that too is because you basically have to well, you don't have to, I won't say that, because maybe there's some crazy strategy that doesn't involve taking mana orbs, so I don't want to say you have to take them. But it is pretty important.
I think I want to use this on his Mechazor, right?
You can use it on pretty much anything here. One thing, though, that's different about that Mechazor piece from anything else is that you're in range to attack it yourself, and so you can save a card that way. And using your general to attack is something that is really efficient. It might not always be the best move, since you take damage from the counterattack every time.
Right, but it helps keep
it saves your card, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do that, and then I'm still going to use this to take out one of them.
Right, right.
And then I'm going to give this to this guy right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to move him closer.
What does OP user mean in Twitch thing? Does that allow people to post a link?
Oh.
Oh, that's op. That right? That means your channel op?
Yeah. Here, I'm going to mod him just for right now.
Okay.
Oh,
there you go. Now he can post the links that he's trying to...
Oh, I could just give him a key directly, actually. Since I'm here, I will message you right now, Drintap.
There you go. You can... Yeah, he can...
So, let me do that.
What was that?
Oh man, you summoned an 8/8 golem? Ugh.
Yeah.
So much work.
What you got now? Okay, I'm starting to get this a little bit better.
Glad to hear that. Want to see how this pans out.
My guy's out of position, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure I already made a misplay. A big one. Yeah, huge misplay. Yep.
And then these guys are exhausted. I just summoned them. Okay.
Okay, got that key sent out. Let me know if that works.
I do like the fact that you can replace a card at any point in time to try and get something more useful. That is awesome.
Every time I go back to play Hearthstone, I always wish I could do that. I'm so spoiled by this game now.
Oh man, I made another misplay. Yeah, one thing I'd have to like really learn the positioning, you know.
This might not be the smartest thing, but I'm doing it anyways.
I like how you guys managed to get on that side of the board again somehow.
Yeah. That's Stutter's fault. Stutter's running all over the place.
Right?
Well, I wanted to stay away from your 8-8. Right? Because I thought your 8-8 could kill me in like 3 hits.
Well, here's an interesting thing for you, Twiz. So, how would you suppose that you'd stop that 10-10 from hitting you in the face?
Move him out of range somewhere? Down below here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And then I'm going to put that up there for him to deal with.
Alright. And don't forget there's... you'll have your Crystal Cloaker got punted into the corner there. He's just hanging out.
Oh,
chilling,
damn it, yeah.
They would say.
Son of a gun. Yep. I forgot he was even down there.
So there's a card in our game called Repulsor Beast, which essentially punts a minion anywhere on the battlefield. It moves it somewhere else. And so it's kind of like a removal in that sense, since if something is out of range of everything, then it's essentially dead. And this ties into a really important concept of positioning in our game. Because if you position something where it can't attack anything, it won't do much. There are certain exceptions to the rule, of course, ranged being one of them, but general rule for most combat minions is that if they can't reach something, they won't be able to attack it.
Right. So when I stun it, if I do damage to it, it still damages me, right?
Yep.
But it can't. But it can't move that next turn.
Yeah, it can't move or attack on its next turn. but if you fight it, it will still strike back.
Okay.
And the reason for this is because we have another effect in our game that's similar, called Dampening Wave, that Magmar has, that prevents other units in combat from counterattacking. Because otherwise, I'm sure it would make more sense for a stunned minion to not be able to counterattack.
Wow.
Right? Oh. That's another thing that you might want to be careful about. So, there's two ways to tell if you're say if you have two of the same minion out on the board and you're trying to figure out which one's yours and which one's your opponent's. So the first way is that there's a red circle underneath all of your opponent's minions. And the other way is to tell which direction it's facing. And direction is actually kind of important in our game as well, since there are certain abilities that only affect certain directions. Like Backstab, for instance, is a Songhai specific ability that allows you to deal extra damage when you attack behind something. And it also prevents them from being attacked back. But the other important thing about facing is that all of your minions will face the same direction as your general. So what you did just then is you froze your own guy.
That's stupid. I'm kidding. that was a poor play on my part.
There is a reason to use Flash Freeze on your own minions, though. It's a very odd one, though.
Well, wait, no, I didn't use it on... I used it on his... I stunned his golem, and I froze it.
You stunned your own golem. You can use Flash Freeze on any minion.
Son of a bitch.
So that's why I wanted to explain a bit on how being able to tell which one's yours and which one's his. It's they face the same direction as your general, and there's also a red circle underneath your opponent's minions. Just something to watch out for. But it's also something we can possibly fix or change about Flash Freeze so that you don't freeze your own guys. Because there's only one thing... There's actually a few ways that I can think of that you could use Flash Freeze as, like, that's the play. But very rare would Flash Freeze be the play on your own guy.
Okay.
So what are the numbers next to our names, like next to our portraits?
So
like mine has like a Lionel type character, and then 25 right below the bottom left of that portrait.
So the 25 is your health total for your general, which is now about to go down by 10.
By 10? Jesus, man. How did that thing become so powerful?
I buffed the snot out of it. So that's got provoke. So I want to try and get my dude behind that, right? I put that. I put that in a poor place, I think.
The other thing you want to be careful of too is that you want to make sure that whenever your opponent has a minion with frenzy, that they can't actually hit multiple guys with their frenzy. So even when you're provoked, you can still get hit by frenzy. So that's one thing you have to be careful of.
Yeah, you've been doing a very good job of that. My frenzies. I've also been doing a terrible job with my frenzies. Freaking can't hit anything. Of course, I'm also forgetting to move them and stuff like that.
I think. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a way to dodge frenzy. One thing that I would try for next time also is when you're able to, like that last turn, you had a few cards that you may or may not want to keep. You can also replace once every turn.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get rid of these two.
Uh-huh.
Because I think it might be my win condition. But I don't know.
That's true too. Well, to see how it pans out. I just wanted to hear your rationale.
I think I'm going to get too greedy with this. I think I held on to these too long. I think that's the only way I'm...
Fat has a question. What is the payment model for this game? And will there be any wipes as the game heads towards release?
So the game is free to play, and you basically only spend money on packs as of now, and Gauntlet runs. And Gauntlet is kind of like Arena from Hearthstone, but right now we're only activating it for every Wednesday and Saturday. This is mostly because we want to make sure that every time we open it up that people are in the queue. Because if we had it open for all the days of the week, we would have a split in the queues. Because we don't have that many players right now, so it's kind of just making sure.
One of the main questions that these guys are actually meaning to ask is, if you don't plan on wiping it, but if you ever had to wipe, they would get their money back if they spent money on it. Or not get their money back, but they'd get like the same amount in packs or something.
I'll have to look into it. I'm pretty sure that's the way it'll work.
Yeah, I would be... Yeah. It usually is the way it works.
What did you buy in that $40-something thing on the site during Alpha? Are you talking about the Kickstarter, or are you talking about what happened to your orbs that you bought in Alpha? Because the orbs you get in Alpha, if you bought them, you'll also have them in Beta. As for Kickstarter rewards, the $40 Kickstarter reward, I believe all of the Kickstarter rewards are still being given out. We're just giving them out at a later date. So closer to launch, we'll be pushing out Kickstarter rewards. It's something that we know is on our plate at the moment. We're just getting around to it, as they say. So don't worry, Kickstarter rewards are still happening. We're not leaving you high and dry. And so for those of you also on the stream who didn't know, this game was originally a Kickstarter game. So it was funded by everyone in the community, made it all possible. I believe we totaled in something like $200,000. And so that was what helped this game get to where it is now.
That's a decent chunk of change. That's like my beer money. I'm just kidding.
Oh, easily.
I wish I could spend that much money on beer. I wouldn't, but that'd just be a lot of money to spend.
Stutter, here's what I did, dude. I held on to my win condition pretty much the entire game. And I didn't get enough minions on the board.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah. So that's going to be that. Throw that guy out there just for giggles. And you can go ahead and kill me. But I have you know what, playing this first game, I have a much better grasp of how this game flows than
So, how is your experience different here than from the challenges?
Because the challenge, I I have the answers given to me. It's just a matter of how do I manipulate the answers given to me to get that effect. Whereas the game I just played, it's like I have no answers for anything. I have to work with what I have. And that's what makes you think, and that's what makes you play the game. So yeah. But I'm a fan. You know what? I really do like this. And that game versus Stutter was fun. It was very cool. And so guys, the name of the game is Duelyst, and play it right in your browser. We've got beta keys and stuff like that. You can hit us up. You can either hit me up on Twitter at TwizBP or at GooseAtlanta, or Stutter. It's SEXI. I got to change that on your thing, dude. But if you want a beta key to this game, we can probably work on getting you one pretty easily. So just hit us up. I thought it was really interesting. It's a good switch. Like I said before, it's kind of like, again, I'm not trying to compare this to Hearthstone, but if you had a 3D Hearthstone of what this was actually doing, and then put an 8-bit spin on it, that's what you've got, and it's awesome. And how many cards do you have in this game?
About 300 at the moment.
Okay. So
and we've got many more down the pipeline.
Very cool. Cool. Well, you know what? You're off to an awesome start, and I'm very excited. I really like the artwork that's in this game, and you know, just how it flows. So I learned so much from that last game that really is what pushed me over the edge to like, oh, okay, now I get what's going on.
One of the things is like, you know, I know you got, first off, they don't have many RNG cards in the game, and even more so, even with like, you know, you say draw is always a little bit of an RNG, right? You could always draw better, you could always draw good, but like, kind of the movement allows you to almost play not around that, but help you a little bit in that sense. Plus the being able to, you know, mulligan a card or goes a long way. So it's like you see, it seems to me, even though I've played only a little bit, that you see bad hands a lot less often, and when you have bad hands, there's more you can do about it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that gets you in Hearthstone. It's like, okay, here I am, turn 1, and I've got all my 6, 7, and 8 drops in my hand. Just being able to replace a card at a time will help keep your tempo going and help. I like that. I like that style that you guys have built into Duelyst. I think that's an awesome mechanic, I guess you'd call it. So, very cool. I think that's going to do it for the show. Atlanta, is there anything else you want to spew forth as far as knowledge or information to the viewers?
Okay, so I'll give a few resources. So I'm going to post it in the chat here. So there's a few things. So we have an official forum, forums.duelyst.com, and that's where you can see a lot of the patch updates and see what people are talking about with the game. And another thing is the actual game site is beta.duelyst.com. Just message one of us on Twitter or even me here in the chat to get a key. Or there are also threads in the forums that allow you to find a key there as well. I do think that I can't post links in chat though.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
I can, and
I don't have you modded.
I can just pass you the links as well.
There you go. Or
okay,
you know what?
So
just link them in Skype.
You link them in Skype, and I'll throw them on the. They'll be on the YouTube page. Just do a search for Blizz Pro's YouTube. Do a search on YouTube for Blizz Pro. You'll find this episode, and you'll see right down below in the comments and everything will be the links. So.
Okay, so we have a few. Oops. So a few links that I'm posting to here. There's a how to play forum post, which kind of gives you a bit of an overview, and also going to give just the forum link itself, and then a link for keys. I think also pretty important. Duelyst.com. Okay, so gotta get that going. And one last thing would be the key thread.
Whew. I gotta be honest, I worked up a little bit of sweat in that game.
Yeah.
You know you're out of shape when
you work up a sweat on Duelyst. And you know what? I'm actually, dude, I'm in my office, and I got the door closed just to keep the noise down in the background or whatever, but there's no air conditioning in this office, so I would like, It's like crazy freaking Zimbabwe hot in here. Every show that I do. So yeah, Monday and Tuesday nights I'm like sweating to the oldies here. So
all right, I think I got all the links.
Trying to lose weight a little bit, right? Isn't that how people, put on like a hoodie and stuff when it's like 80 degrees out?
Sure. So, did you just put them in Skype chat there?
Yeah, I got them. I've linked them all.
Okay, cool.
And also, Chronicle has been all over that too.
Yes.
He's been.
Chronicle is the moderator for the Duelyst subreddit.
Oh, nice. So there's
let's link. Oh, he's already got the red in there.
He's already got it in there. So we will put all the stuff in the information. So I'm here to tell you, Atlanta, thank you so much for not only taking time out of your schedule to jump on the show and to explain this and walk us through it and show us this artwork, this masterpiece that you guys are putting together and dumping all of your time into, man. I really appreciate it. The community appreciates it, and I'm looking forward to some more time in Duelyst. That's for certain.
Yeah, it should be like just the whole moving mechanic sounds awesome to me.
Yeah, it is.
I gotta be honest, like
it's
just
a good visualization.
Yeah.
So that's gonna wrap up the show for this week. Stutter and Atlanta, do you guys have anything you'd like to say before we're outie?
Just thanks for coming out, guys, and check out Duelyst.
Yeah,
should be a fun game. If you guys ever want to play with somebody and you see us, hit us up and we'll add you and we'll play together.
Yeah,
you can learn the game playing against us because we're gonna learn the game too.
Yep, I'm just Twiz, so you can add me there, and then Stutter is SEXI Stutter.
Yep.
So easy enough. So make sure you guys hit us up. So Atlanta, thanks again so much, man, for everything you do.
And thank you guys for having me on.
Absolutely. So guys, tune in again next Monday night on twitch.tv/BlizzPro. And I'm here to tell you guys, the Extra Life Power Hour is going to go away. We have got something very big brewing, and I'm exceptionally excited about this. So stay tuned to that. Things are going to get bigger and better, but for the time being, we're going to keep playing just a couple of different games at a time and work our way through there. So stay tuned for the upcoming changes. I know you're going to want to know about them. So anyways, guys, take care. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you most certainly next week. See ya.